This is a, you saw a cold start on it. I originally thought it was a 1968. Upon doing further research, I have discovered it is indeed a 1956 DuraCraft boat. Let's get her uncovered here and see what the damage is from the winter. It's cool little touches like that. That's the reason I love old stuff. I mean, what new things these days have the company logo just about everywhere? Not very many things. Alright. I got this critter uncovered here. All in all, it's not horrible. The black needs some touching up. Quite a bit. Let's say below the waterline we're good. Looks really good down there. But this white on this deck just looks atrocious. Look at this garbage. So I'm going to have to deal with that. I was thinking about replacing this bow light here because I have a flag. I have a bow mast that goes on it, but it's, and they have them on eBay right now. There's one for 75 bucks. But I just can't see spending 75 bucks. It's pitted, but it's not horrible. I'm thinking about just taking it off and buffing it real good. The bow mast is fine. That's what goes up here. You can see the outline of it. Oh, I see Mrs. Robbins over there. The horn here works, well, it did last time I used it. Clearly these are not stainless steel screws holding it in. This is not the original windshield. I have a buddy who buys and sells motors. He says he just throws the old one-piece windshields out because nobody wants them. So I'm going to measure this one up. The interior isn't very fancy. I have a pretty slick idea for what I want to do. I don't know what was here originally on these benches, but I have some cushions I made myself that slip right in. They look pretty good. Clean it all up. What I want to do for the floor here is, you notice up here they have that, there's a piece of plywood in there. It's molded to fit the ribs. I want to make something like that for back here. And I want to make it out of teak. I mean, have the plywood and then put like a teak finish on it, like an old-time wooden boat. I think that would add a really nice touch of color inside here. And then I wouldn't really have to repaint it as much. And then on the back here, I don't know how I'm going to get away with this, but I would love to make like a teak cockpit cover. The only problem is you couldn't put the motor up. Because what I would do is have it covered from here to here maybe. But it would be the strips of teak with the caulk in the center. It looked just like a wooden boat. And I think that would add a really nice touch to this. Also, I'm thinking about repainting the motor hood here and the lower unit. Maybe, we'll see. It does clean up quite well. I definitely have to get the motor off though for the repainting. Yeah, it really has to be sanded down. All this hardware has to be taken off right here. These cleats, this light. This boat cleans up really well, but the paint only lasts, a season or two. And then I have to redo it again. So I think what I'm going to do is clear coat it to the waterline maybe, so maybe to that black edge. See if it'll preserve this a little longer. Yeah, look at this. Peels right down. So this has to be sanded real good. I might have to have more of these stickers made. Try not to. But yeah, I'd love to get this old windshield off. This caulk looks like crap. And the original windshield only went up to about here. It was very sleek. I've seen pictures. I'll post up a few. And then these MC numbers, as I've come to find out, are illegal. MC is the Michigan Craft, your identification number. Apparently there's supposed to be a space, the M and the C, a space the size of the M, your numbers, another space, and then your letters. Oops. Oh well. So what I'm going to do is just peel these off, get some new ones. So that's my plan for this critter. The restoration will begin shortly. I need to take some measurements, price out some teak. I think we have some teak at work because they used to make wooden boats there. I'm sure there's plenty in the back room. That's another story for a whole nother day. Alright guys, well here's my project so far. I'm going to take some measurements and I'll update you throughout the process here. What I want to do is I want to take this to a wooden boat show in June. Have this thing ready by then. I wrote the chairman and he said yeah, by all means an aluminum runabout would be welcome from the era. I showed him a picture and he seemed optimistic. It wouldn't be, you know, the only category they have is a people's choice, so that's fine with me. So if this thing is shiny enough, it draws attention to a lot of people. Another thing I want to do is this instrument cluster here. It's quite boring, I should say, or lack thereof. So what I want to do is, again at work, which I work at an old boat store, they have a whole bunch of old gauges and stuff. I'd love to see if I could buy one of those, mount it there. Here's the company tag here. But yeah, this is a cool little, it's a fun little boat. Nothing special in there, just a footwell or a place to throw your beer cooler, one or the other. The only thing this motor is missing is this Lark badge on this side right here. So I'm going to see if I can't find one of those at work. I've seen pictures of these motors restored. They're really sharp. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'd love to get an engine bay cover for this, because that would just really look sharp. If I wanted to be really sick, what I would do is I'd cover this whole thing. But I'm not going to mess with that. So, alright guys, I'll update you as I get this going. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Lots of projects coming up. I'll try to keep you updated here as best as I can. Alright guys, thanks for watching.